Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. It's me. Oh. I'm not there. Am I here? I am there. Hey, nice. Am I hearable? I am hearable. Okay, that's the main thing. Hey, everybody, it's me, Daddy Moonbase 2, Goobly Poobles. Pre-show, rambly pambly as I set things up. I hope everybody's doing well today, tonight, whatever it might be. How's it going, Mr. White? Have you had another day of warframing? Or have you done other stuff? Let's just line these scroobly poobles up. That looks like it's in line. Okay, that's good. That's as it should be. Shall we change Astro Train? We could change Astro Train. We could change him. What do we change him to? Let's change him to this one. This one's a classic. There we go. Everyone's favorite. Ramjet and Dirge. No. Yeah, Ramjet and Dirge having a good old time. It's just how it is. Mr. White says a bit of everything today. Oh, that's not bad. Are you all prepared for next week? You're showing a room with Big D, aren't you? You're staying overnight down in the Nottingham of Hams, I think. I'll be going down. I've sorted stuff out now, so I'll be going down with Gruff and his crew. So I'll be going over to stay with Gruff the night beforehand, and then I guess we're getting the car down at 6 in the morning. Nope, I'm traveling up on the day. Oh, okay, yeah. That's how it'll be for me too. Technically, I think you're, well, I don't remember. If you're in London, it'll be I don't know if it's a trip for you. I don't know. If you're in Manchester, it's less of a trip for you than it would be for me. But I think our journey's a 3-hour car journey. So I'm told. So that should be fine. That's okay. I'll be tired, but I'll be out having fun. That's the main thing. I haven't been out to have fun for a long time. Not like that, at least. It's about 3 hours from me via the train. Okay. Yes, technically you are further away if it's 3 hours via the train. But the train's a little bit more, well, depending how busy the train is, I suppose. It depends how much more comfortable it may or may not be. But it'll be good to see. Apparently, Gruff said there's going to be 10 peoples. Excuse me, turning up for the day, give or take. It's like, oh, that's not bad. 10 people, so that's Gruff, the person he's going down with, the other person he's going down with, you, Big D, George, and then 4 other people who I don't know about offhand. I'm sure there will be fine and glorious people. Gruff said he's going to bring down Talisman, which made me raise an eyebrow of, oh no? Oh God, no? He said, what's he bringing? He's bringing Talisman and Hero Quest. I suggested Hero Quest first because it would be the shorter of the 2 games to play. Like, we might be able to finish Hero Quest. I don't hold out much hope for finishing a game of Talisman. I've played far too many games of Talisman that have never been completed. Because that game fights you. The game actively fights you and doesn't want you to win. It's a nightmare game. I don't believe anybody's finished a game of Talisman without cheating. I don't think it's feasibly possible. Like I say, without cheating. It could be, but I don't believe it. What time is it? Oh, Mr. White says, I doubt we'll finish any game. Yeah, that's true. As we descend into chaos before the initial rolls are concluded. Yeah, that's not entirely true. Untrue, I would say. I do know of things that I will be buying when I get there. I will be probably picking up at least 1 or both volumes of the Realm of Chaos. Since you can only get them at Warhammer World, because go fuck yourself. Maybe Rogue Trader as well, but that would be fairly expensive if I did all 3 books in one go. So I might just, maybe do 2 books or just 1 book, maybe. I don't think they'd have anything else. Well, I mean, it's worth looking around, I suppose, but everything else I'd be like, eh. The only other things that could tempt me would be the things that you could only order online. Like, maybe they have the resin Tomb King stuff, which you can only get from ordering them via the internet. You know, the few new models that they made for the Tomb Kings. Maybe some of them. Maybe. I'll have to wait and see. I look forward to seeing the museum, because I haven't seen that before. That should be neat. It'll be my first time down in Warhammer World. Ooh, it'll be a good old time. Ooh, it'd be nice to see people. Ooh, I'll be fucking tired. Ooh. All right. Time for pooping, I think. It's pooping time. Time to get that poop into the slop bucket. Okay, gonna hit the music. Gonna talk about some Transformers. Okay? Okay.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Moonbase Super Podcast. Me, Andy Decade Andy, alone today. Well, joined by the amazing gif of Thrust and Dirge and Ramjet. Yes, because Thrust is the red one, burgundy one. They're off in the corner doing their own thing. We're here to talk about Transformers today, as my voice fills with goo and slime for some reason. I guess it's just one of those days. Maybe it's the pollen count. Maybe the disgusting thing called nature is slowly cropping back into the world, trying to pollinate and germinate. And perhaps that's setting off my my innate disdain for life itself. Maybe. There are benefits to living on a space station, you see. There's no life in space. And only the void can hear you scream, perhaps. Toy-wise, there's actually been some news over the past couple of weeks. We got a lot of rumors, no images, but rumors. We got a new Masterpiece toy to talk about. And we got a few other bits. A few other bits as well, and some stupid stuff. And as usual, we'll start off with the... Well, this isn't the stupid stuff. Hang on, let's rearrange this because I'm on my own. Let's do the stupid stuff first. So, stupid stuff. We're going to talk about the Pop Mart Mega Space Molly Optimus Prime. The thing that everybody's been dying for. So, this is coming via the Pop Mart USA website, which I've never heard of, but I'm sure Americans are like, oh yes, I know it. They've updated their listings with a new collaboration figure with the subsequent named Mega Space Molly Optimus Prime. I have no idea what Space Molly is, but maybe the description will tell me. This is a special crossover with Pop Mart character. Oh, it's the mascot. Molly. Created by Hong Kong artist Kenny Wong. Now is in Optimus Prime colors. We got 3 different limited products available. There's the Mega Space Molly 400%. Okay, which is 29.5 centimeters tall. It's a PVC figure with limited articulation. The helmet is removable and reveals a Optimus Prime mask. Orders will go live on April the 2nd, so they're live now, unless they're all gone. Woo, no. I just looked at the price. Hang on. So if you want this 29 centimeter, not inch figure, it's going to be $300 dues and $309 dues and 90 cents. So that's just $310 basically. So the next one up is the Mega Space Molly at 1000% Optimus Prime, which is a much bigger version. I'm not sure why it's 1000 though. 400% is 300. 1000% is more than double. No, that's probably... No, I guess that's right. It again has limited articulation, removable hair, blah, 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 blah. This one, for being 70 centimeters tall, is going to cost you $1,199 US dues. Fear not, you have not missed your window of opportunity to get this figure if you have planned on getting it. It's coming on the 24th of April. So that is less than 20 days away for those who are in the need. And then finally, there is the Mega Space Molly Optimus Prime in space. 3D painting. This is a special and limited 3D painting, which is 45 by 45 centimeters squared. Ooh! Orders will go live on April 2nd, so they've already gone up. And this will be $629.90. Update, unboxing of the 70 centimeter US. Okay, so this is a video of the 1000%. Holy shit, that is big. Good fucking Jesus. Okay, that is big. 1,000. Okay, let's see him open said box. I mean, that's pretty fucking creepy. Is that a mouth or a mustache on Molly? Molly also comes with a gun that Molly can hold and shoot. The design's not bad, but it is in Optimus Prime colors, and the space mask is an Optimus Prime helmet, which again is kind of nice. But this is very much a for 1,000. 1,000. Also, you get a little certificate for the 1,000% Mega Space Molly. I'm not sure. Obviously, I've got the video on mute. But this gentleman in the video, if we look at the last few bits of the thing, he already has in the background 1, 2, 3 other Mega Space Mollies. Have I any other one? No, there's another one and another. Okay, so this gentleman is a collector of the Mega Molly variety. So I'm sure they were thrilled to get an Optimus Prime version of their figure. I hope it was a promotion and they sent it to him for free. Because $1,190 reduce is a lot. Now, to me, this looks a bit creepy. The mouth, if this is a mouth, looks like a pink mustache. And the character doesn't have a mouth. It is limited in articulation, as it seems like the head just turns left and right. The mask lifts up and down, and then the arms just kind of go up and down as well. You know, not huge amount of crazy adjustment here. Apparently, the height of the 400% version is 11 inches versus the regular 3-inch height. Apparently, the regular figures are about 7.6 centimeters. So the 400% is significantly bigger than that if you're really in the market for that. Yeah. I mean, that's a thing. Not the it's better than okay. Is it better than a pop vinyl? A Funko Pop? Yes. Because, okay, I was trying to figure out, okay, the reason why it's better than a Funko Pop is it's already a mascot character. It's just got a paint job over the top of it. So it's not Transformers' fault why it looks like this, is what my reasoning is. Is that copium? Maybe. But I'm going to say it's got a bit more functionality and playability than a Funko Pop as well. I still find this a bit of a weird design, a bit of a creepy design. Not something that I personally would want myself, but if it is a thing, of course, you want, you may or may not have the opportunity to get it right now. Can we check to see if it is still available to Bibly buy? One would think it would have to still be available, right? Surely. Yes, I'm the United Kingdom. It said notify me when available, so I guess the 400% version is gone. If you wanted that, tough titties, you ain't getting it, baby. That's not what I wanted to click on. There it is. That one. Okay. So, we can move on to the Premium Collectible Studio Museum Scale Unicron statue figure reveal. So this is a pre-order coming on the 10th, so very soon, of April. From the PCS, Premium Collectible Studios Collectibles, for a Unicron figure. The figure is going to be an immense, as they say, but not that immense, because we did see a 70 centimeter figure. Oh no, this is inches, never mind. This is more immense than Space Molly. I apologize. Premium Collectible Museum. This is 39 inches or 99.3 centimeters wide. Wide, not tall. Wide. Okay. This towering force of destruction is a must-have for Transformers fans who have a ass ton of money. Stay tuned for more details about the pricing of this legendary Planet Eater. So they don't have the price up yet? Let's check the website. We'll have a look at the figure momentarily. Oh, it just takes me to a Facebook page. Do they not have a website? Well, if they do, they don't have it listed here. They just haven't linked the store for some reason. All right, whatever. So, big Unicron figure. He's sitting on a throne. So you don't often see Unicron sitting on a throne. I don't know why, getting Thanos vibes from the the way that this figure looks. He's got a lot more boobage than I would be used to. And on his chair, where you'd rest your little hands on the armrest, they've turned those into two flaming magma planet balls. It's a okay design. It doesn't have a G1 aesthetic. Well, it sort of has a G1 aesthetic. It's a G1 aesthetic flair. So it's G1's designed, and then they've added their own kind of proportional and detail stuff to it to make it not look G1. So it's a little different from that. Yeah. If I'm gonna get a giant Unicron statue, it would not be this personally. His face is a little bit weird to me, I think. But I can't put my finger. I think a lot of the look of this figure, I can't put my finger on what I don't like about it. But I don't like it. It almost feels like a third party interpretation of the figure. I feel, but again, I don't know exactly if that's it. I look at it and I go, it feels like you're trying to be not G1, but are trying to be G1. You know, I'm not entirely sure. Simon Tang says, hi, Annie. Hello, Simon. And Jay says, dope. I'd like a throne for the Studio Cell Unicron. Now, that would be neat. I think, unfortunately, the best bet for you there is either buying foam, not styrofoam, but foam, and making it yourself, which wouldn't be too hard to do. As long as you've got like a heat wire thingy, you could probably do that. Heat wire thingy and glue, and then some spray paint and all that jazz. Because I don't think they just make a chair for it. It's weird, right? Because how would he make a chair? Because no one's making a chair for Unicron. He'd have to make it himself. And he'd need to find a planet that's bigger than he is. Right? So he could hollow it out. Or he'd need to find like an asteroid bigger than him to then hollow out into a chair. Right? I'm just trying to like, Unless he just gets lots of plants together, eats them, and then just kind of, you know, like vomits them back up as like a horrible paste, you know, and then just kind of forms it into a chair. Maybe you could do it that way. I don't know. But yeah, Unicron with a chair. It's an interesting idea, but how does it work? How does he do it? Who makes it for him? And hello, Rodimus Power Toy Collector. Hello, howdy. I hope you're doing well tonight. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's move on. Something a little bit more engaging. This is Big Mac, not the burger, not the Burger King burger. I don't think so. It's the Big Mac toy, BIG-01, G1 Fortress Maximus. It's a third-party company from a new third-party company called Big Mac Toy, who I've not heard of, but as usual, could be guys who've previously done toys we know about, forming a new company, quote-unquote, forming a new company to make this thing. It's always hard to keep track of this stuff. This is merely a teaser of their future coming up figure. It's going to be, another massive figure. 76 centimeters tall in robot mode. There's also an image of the Space Fortress mode. Space Fortress mode in quotations. We all know Space Fortress mode is not a real thing. And then the city mode as well. Additional details have yet to be revealed, but stay tuned for more updates. Space, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It is certainly in silhouette. They've put a little Bimbley thing over Fort Max's face, but you can get a general idea of the scale. Oh, just in case you wondered, it's 760 millimeters tall. Don't know why we're deciding to measure in millimeters, but that's a thing you can do, I suppose, if you want. City mode looks kind of like what you would suspect. Again, just going off a silhouette, which is, you know, the best you can go for. And yep, that looks like the Space quote-unquote Fortress mode. I have a feeling, though I'm happy to be proven wrong, looking at the modes that we have, I'm going to make the assumption he's going to transform in a pretty similar way to the G1 toy. Right? It's more than likely. Will they get rid of the weird crank on his dick? You know, for the original G1 toy where you turned the crank and it would lift the little lift inside of him and poop out Cog or whoever the other robots he came with were. But yeah, probably. It'll probably have that. We've got a ramp on the side here. I guess this is the side panel of the leg, which always flips up. Yeah, on the side here of his calf. that part. I wonder if they'll do anything here with like the internal prison, etc., etc. I wonder. Yeah, my brain is going. Is this going to do anything interesting and new, or is this just going to be? Do you want a big version, a very very big version of the Fort Max toy? Is that what this is? Because it is called Big Mac, so maybe their primary thing is just to make a big thing, which, you know, there are a lot of collectors who want just a big thing, which is fine. I like something with a bit more something to sink my teeth into, even visually. But, you know, it's early days. They might show something really cool, and you go, oh, look at that. Ain't that fun? Ain't that fancy? Blockies. Blockies have shown off the Champion class Transformers 1 Shockwave, Soundwave, and Ironhide official images. They've also shown a video that has a very loud video, and I can't mute it. Oh, they've just got the stuff here. We can just look at these. Oh, these are the Transformer 1 designs. I was thinking, like, why does Soundwave look so weird? That would be why. It's Transformers 1 Soundwave. So Blockies are model kits, if you didn't know, and you build them and slap them together. They usually don't require a huge amount of stickers, etc., etc. And I think the Champion ones, if I remember correctly, are the bigger ones. They also show an Orion Pax in vehicle mode from the same thing. Doesn't show a huge amount of stuff with them, but it gives you an idea of a little bit of their articulation and the proportions and all that kind of jazz. And again, if you wanted more model kit versions of these designs, well, you've got these ones finally to come out. I guess these will go alongside Orion, Megatron, BRC, and Sentinel. I think they did Sentinel as well. So these are like 3 more dudes you can throw in. Soundwave makes sense. Shockwave makes sense. But Ironhide, you know, a bit of a boring design from the movie. It's fine, but you compare it to the other ones, it's just, kind of background kind of looking dude. But there you go. Yeah, more stuff. If you like your blocky blokies, but you want them big, the Champion versions are the way to go, I suppose. So that's neat. Takara Tomy are doing the TL-90 Stunticon Menasor gift set. G1, by the by, if you wondered. This is a special 5-pack of the... Oh, no, I lied. It's the Legacy Stunticons in G1 toy decos. I thought this was the G1 figures getting a reissue. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I actually read the story and went, oh well. So this is good for Japan, though. So Japan can get the set. This was the Hasbro Pulse exclusive 5-pack, if you remember, where they've slightly tweaked the color scheme on these figures to make them more quote-unquote toy accurate versus the other version, the cartoon version of them. They've also put the original G1 art on the back, the battle between Trypticon and what's his name? Metroplex. That's nice. And the box is quite nice. Yeah, some images. It's coming out. There's nothing really more to say, I suppose. I was... Because I didn't read it properly, I thought there was more to say. I was like, oh, G1 reissue of the Menasor? Ooh, that's pretty cool. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm stupid and dumb. Or Aldi? It's not Aldi, but Aldi Transformers Alpha Action Elite S Optimus Prime, Starscream, and Shattered Glass Soundwave. We talked about these guys, I guess, 2 weeks ago or something like that. The Chinese company Aldi Dai, those guys. This is a subline of their previous Transformers Alpha Action Elite blind box figures, so it's more of these kind of things. Now packaged as non-blind bag boxes. Non-blind boxes. Blind bag? Whatever. With some new decos and more accessories to top it all, the figures of these sets feature additional upwards joints on the head so they can now look up. Oh, well, that's a nice little addition to the figures. These 3 figures are 13 centimeters tall, so let's have a look at them. Oh, it's these ones. Oh, yeah, I remember these. Yes. Prime being able to look up, definitely useful. Comes with a decent set of hands, blast effects, Megatron, Iron Blaster, a jetpack, and removable nipples. So you can take his chest piece off, and instead of having them translucent plastic, you can have them solid blue opaque plastic. So that's neat. They're not really model kit. Well, they're not model kits at all. They just seem to be action figures. If you're in the market for that. We have the Shattered Glass Soundwave, who comes with his bandana, which obviously isn't, well, it's not obvious, but when you look at the images, it's obviously done in plastic, so it's not in a material, so it looks a little bit on the fat, chunky side. He comes with a Ravage, a laser beak, obviously recolored into Glit and Sun thingy? I can't remember what Soundwave's. Maybe it's just Shattered Glass Ravage and Shattered Glass Laserbeak. I'm not sure. Maybe it's that, but it's that. He comes with his gun, comes with those two in cassette mode, and in himself in cassette mode as well, and then a multitude of hands and a stand as well. And then the Starscream figure comes with some blast effects in orange, strangely enough, rather than purple. Whatever. A cape, shoulder pads, a couple of different faces, a different wing section for his back. You know, the little bits that come from behind his head? I'm guessing that's to accommodate the shoulder pads, maybe? Oh, or it's there to accommodate the cape. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, then he comes with a multitude of hands and obviously his null rays as well. So that's not too bad. We see him with the crown. It looks rather large for his head, but yeah. Here's the thing, chat. Would you prefer your Coronation Starscreams to have a removable crown that usually looks oversized, or just a new head with a sculpted crown on so it's in proportion to itself? What would you prefer? Because you get things like this where that crown's like way too big on this figure. It looks ridiculously too big, but it has to be, otherwise it's not going to fit over Starscream's head. Or would you prefer like just... the only other way I guess you could do it is if you had like the top of his head like removable. Like in the movie Hannibal, where, spoilers, Hannibal Lecter cuts the top of the detective's head and starts, feeding him his own brain, You could do that, but with Starscream, so you pull the top of his head off and you replace it with the crown. That could be a way to, like, reduce the size of the crown and make it not look so crazy and huge. I don't know. And I mentioned the Optimus Prime. So these figures are coming out if you missed the first versions of them, or you didn't want to have to go through the faff of getting blind bag figures. Or blind box figures, my bad. You could get these figures and then kind of cut out the faff and the hassle. I wonder if this means moving forward, this company is going to primarily focus on the blind aspect or the openness and be like, no, this is the one, you can get this one, don't worry about it. Or if they, like I say, just going to go for the blind bag ones just to kind of milk you, go for that gotcha money. I'm not sure. But again, the ability to move the head up, that's a good addition. So, Masterpiece MPG 17. They showed off last week or the week before, whenever it was, Optimus Prime. This is the Style Gen. And we got great prototypes. We've got a couple of stories on this. So what does it say about Style Gen? This is a new stylized Optimus Prime mold featuring elements from different universes. So it's a what do you call it? A mongrel of Optimus Primes is up for pre-order Japan, priced at 24,200 yen, which is 165.80 USD. And it's planned for release on January the 31st of next year, so it's going to be a while before it comes out. Pre-orders are up a few days ago, and for the figure size, it's going to be 9 inches, which is 24 centimeters tall. I think that's a standard, right? Standard Masterpiece size? Oh, which is almost the same size as MP44 Optimus Prime, which is the last one. Right? It's the one with the big backpack that Jobby didn't like, I think. To top it all off, the official T-Spark YouTube channel has uploaded CG promotion, which we'll have a quick look at as well. Okay, the product description. We don't need to read that because it just says it's a mishmash of everything. So let's have a quick looky at the video. We'll have a little bit of music. I can adjust it here. Oh, wow. Oh, look at how it's a CG render. Well, I did say it was a CG render. I shouldn't be too mean. It's got Japanese text on, so they're probably saying the next breed of masterpiece figures. The ultimate Optimus Prime. The MPG generation figure. See Optimus Prime featured in the Battle Cube. He has a vehicle mode, which turns into a robot mode, which is not surprising. Are they going to say he comes with a trailer? He does, in fact, have a robot mode, according to this video, so I'll be disappointed if he doesn't now. Yep, that's the CG render. Weapons, what does he come with? He comes with an laser rifle, which is his ion blaster. He comes with a energy blade, which are the Transformers Prime swords. He comes with a energy axe and strike shield. The strike shield, I can't remember what that is. Oh, the strike shield there. That looks familiar. Strike shield in axe mode and strike shield normally. That axe looked familiar, but I can't place it. We do have physical images of the figure as well, so we can get rid of that. Here we go. So, prototype images of him in grey. He's certainly a stylized Optimus Prime. He has very, very pointy little antennae bits. Mildly concerning how durable they'll be, as you know, he should be with anything. Interesting enough, he seems to have ports on his stacks on his shoulders, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure visually if it looks distinct enough from previous Optimus Primes up to Primos to really be like, for me, like a wow factor, because to me, I just look at it and go, oh, it's a G1 Optimus Prime. And because we've had so many G1 Optimus Primes from Takara Tomy themselves and from third parties and from Chinese companies as well making action figure Optimus Primes, it just kind of, well, here's another one, so what's different about this? This one does look like it transforms differently. It is a little bit stylized, but again, for the most part, if you ask me, oh, so do you recognize this? I'll be like, yeah. We already have this figure, right? We got this. This wasn't the last Optimus Prime because that was the cartoon version. This was the one before that, right? If you said that to a parent, they'd believe that. I know just about, like, I remember just about, because I'm losing my mind. I just about remember the previous, no, well, not the previous Masterpiece figure, but the one before that, the one that got loads of recolors and all that stuff. And this makes me think of that. I know it's not, but it makes me think of it. I look at it and I don't go, you know what? Yeah. It's time to get another G1 styled Optimus Prime. He does have a lot of ports on him, though. He has loads. He's got one in each shoulder, one in the forearms as well. He's got one in the backpack as well, which, two in the backpack. The sides of the backpack and then the center of the backpack. So clearly one is going to be for the jump pack and then another one for storage. He's actually got ports in the back of his shoulders as well. Two very big screw holes in the back of his head. You look at the back of his head, he's got the two in the side and then like a little cut underneath them. So it almost looks like a little face in the back of his head, which is interesting. Have the other Masterpiece figures been this like exposed for their like pins? Because look at all these pin joints. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pins I can see, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 screws, which are again very, very visible. Oh, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 screws that are very visible. My bad. So from the back, it's I don't know. I don't think it looks great. Again, it'll probably look better once it's painted and all that jazz. It's just initial looking at the figure kind of rough. Also, I hope they make the boob windows not translucent, because I don't like the look of the inside of his boobs at the moment, to be honest, chat. Anything else to say from these physical images? No, he's touching the wheels on the side of the legs for some reason. Don't know why. I guess it's because the wheels are visible on the side of his legs compared to like Cartoon Prime where they have to hide them inside the legs. Here it's a bit more Transformers Prime where the wheels are just kind of blobbed on. They're not blobbed onto the side of the leg. It's like the front of the shin doesn't cover them, but it drips over them a little bit, if you know what I mean. Just a little bit, just a soupçon. But you can still see the wheels on the side. Excuse me, for better or worse. Man, that spicy pizza is coming back to get me, man. I think that's what it is. So there's that. That's going to be coming next year. I'm sure we'll have updates near the end of this year, probably. Oh, what do you think? Like November? Yeah, November time. Surely we'll get more images November time. So then you'll have December and then January, and then it'll come out. That makes sense. So, more news from Takara Tomy for those of you like myself who've ordered their Studio Series Optimus Prime from Japan. There's some minor differences, nothing too crazy, but it comes with a slightly different box with some Japanese text on. By slightly different, as far as I know, well, they have a side-by-side, actually, so let's have a look at it. Let's not make suppositions. So, Japanese one. Okay, so the difference, the Transformers logo in the top right has been supplanted and changed with the Takara Tomy logo and then a big Japanese blurb underneath. The Takara Tomy label on the left-hand side of the American box has been removed, because obviously be redundant. The 86 over the Studio Series has been removed for some reason. It's because it's also been added, Optimus Prime and then SS142 has been added underneath. So I guess they chose to get rid of the 86 brand, because it's in Japan, the 86 brand isn't a thing. It's just all of Studio Series is one big line, so that's the thing. That's not the important thing. The important thing is that the figure has got the heel fix, which I remember hearing about was an issue. The heels were the wrong way round, or they were upside down. There was something wrong with the heels. They've got them one on one side, one on the other, and there was something wrong about them. I don't know I can't remember what it was that was wrong. I think it was like in vehicle mode, the lights that should be on the far left and the far right of the figure's feet, at the back of the vehicle mode, were upside down. I think you had to like punch pins and all that jazz. So if you've got the Japanese version, you shouldn't have to worry about that. To top it all, this release also improves apparently the tolerances on the mold, like the head flip part and Optimus Prime's gun Optimus gun on his hand. Flip apart an Optimus gun on his hand. Gun on his hand. It must just mean his holdy thing hand, right? Or the ability to hold his gun. Either way, I don't know what the head flip-up parts are. I'm sure I'll find out in time, but it sounds like tolerances have been improved for the Japanese release, which is good for Andy, because that's the version I'm getting. I've also ordered my Dino King is also ordered and paid for, so I'm sure they'll be sliding through my post at some point in the future, which I'm looking forward to. I was disappointed that the Studio Series Optimus Prime never got a discount, as far as I saw, at least here in the UK. Technically, it was cheaper in Japan, not by a huge amount, but it was cheaper. So I was like, "Oh fuck it, I'll just do that." That's what I did for Magmatron as well. So, yay me! If you haven't got one, this is your opportunity to get one if it hasn't sold out, which it might have by this point, to be fair. So, Rumor Monger Mill time. Rumor Monger Mill. Okay, so rumors aplenty. Studio Series full listings. Let's have a look at the full listings that we got from the JT Prime 17 member, which I'm pretty sure they've been fairly good for the past. As always, it's important to remember these are subject to change. They're probably not the most accurate, but who knows? So let's have a look. So, Deluxes, Transformers Generation, Studio Series Studio Series A level Dix Dev Bumblebee. DIX. Dix Dev Bumblebee. Oh, DLX. I cannot read. Deluxe Development Bumblebee? Deluxe Development Bumblebee. Simon says, Andy, can we spend time at the end to talk about tariffs and what you think will happen in the near future? Yeah, sure, we can do. Why not? Why not? There's also the Transformers Generation Studio Series A-level Deluxe TF1 Orion packs, which they've shown at the top here. So if you wanted a nice Orion Pax figure, Orion Pax. Orion Pax, that's me being stupid. Yeah, that's right, because we've got an Optimus Prime, don't we? We have Optimus Prime for Studio Series, but we don't have quote-unquote Orion Pax. But if you have Orion Pax, what do you have Orion Pax turn into? Is Optimus Prime massively different? No, he is a little bit. Yeah, he's probably different from Optimus Prime as a figure. Well, he'd have to be, because that Optimus Prime from Transformers 1 was a Voyager, while this is a Deluxe, so it'd have to be a different kind of figure. There's also going to be the Deluxe TF5 Barricade. That's the cool one that had the big knuckle dusters on his hands. I think that was a good glow up for Barricade, so that's neat. Deluxe Wind Charger from 86. What does that mean? Because Wind Charger's dead. The one scene he's in, he's dead. He's super dead. He's got a gigantic hole in his chest. When did we last get a Wind Charger figure? I don't remember. It doesn't say this is a damaged Wind Charger, so I guess this might just be a standard, nice, happy, brand new Wind Charger? Question mark? Because it would be, unless they just do the dead version, and then later on down the line for Legacy, they release the non-dead version, which would be very shitty, but could be the case. We've also got 86 Sunstreaker. That's Deluxe. Potentially, I guess, could just be the Sunstreaker from Earthrise, just the variant that we got in that 5-pack. You know, the 5-pack that where they had no translucent plastic. Potentially could just be that. Maybe it's a new mold. Maybe it's that. Why would I think it's the Earthrise one? Because Hasbro's cheap, and it's a easy way to just fart out the figure again, you know? For those that missed it the first time, almost like a reissue of the figure. This is interesting. They're doing Kranix. Kranix from my planet was destroyed by Unicron. Blah, blah, blah. That guy. What do you make him transform into? He had such a weird, shape to him, because he wasn't meant to transform into anything, because he's not a Cybertronian. He's not a Transformer. As far as we knew, the Lithone didn't have transforming robots. They were just standard robots, right? I don't think it was... Not to my knowledge. To my knowledge, it wasn't ever known the Lithonians, that's what they were called, could transform. So I guess they're just going to make something up for him, because you can't sell a Transformer without him transforming. So it's still neat. We've never had one before. That's something. 86 Cliff Jumper. Logic dictates that's going to be the Bumblebee figure, just slightly retooled here and there to make it into Cliff Jumper. Fine. That makes sense. We didn't... No, there isn't a dead version of Cliff Jumper. He was going to get dropped into the acid pool, so that's fine. Transformers 1 Thundercracker, so... Deluxe 1. Did we get Starscream? Oh, hang on. Okay, so there's a Deluxe Transformers 1 Thundercracker for Studio Series, seemingly. And then there's also going to be a Voyager. No, I can't read. That's 86 Thundercracker. Hang on, what the heck? Okay, well, Thundercracker is going to get a Deluxe figure from Transformers 1. And then as well, from Transformers 1, they get an Arachnid, which I imagine will be quite a hard figure to do, because she had the big negative space in her limbs, right? Because she had the big holes for where the helicopter bits were going to be for her. So that's interesting. Again, none of the Transformer 1 figure designs are ones that I'd feel like a desperate need to buy. But it's fun to have Arachnid there. You know, it looks like they're slowly going through the line and making adult versions of the toys for the Studio Series version of it. just feels kind of weird at the same time because the movie's over. And the hype might be dying down. So, you know, when the movie was coming out, you could get the people coming out of the cinema and they go, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go to the store and buy these fancy figures. Maybe that's why they had the cheap kiddo line out as soon as they could. So maybe it was more to focus on the impulse buying kids rather than the impulse buying adults. Who knows? Voyager-wise, 86 Skywarp and Thundercracker. Lord have mercy. I hope that is not the the Earthrise mold, but it probably will be, won't it? Probably will be. So that's fun. There's also going to be Voyager 86 Shockwave. Again, like, my sad brain says it's going to be the oh Christ, what do you call it? It's going to be the War for Cybertron, which is a pretty fucking old mold at this point. It's going to be that figure again. Excuse me, which we've had multiple times, and we had it fairly recently with the comic version, you know, the one that had the Marvel coloring on it. So I hope it's not that, but it might be. Like, at best, maybe what they do is they take the bones of the transformation and then just remold it so it's like smoother, so it's a bit more G1 looking. But then it still doesn't turn into the gun, so because they wouldn't be able to do that. So maybe that's their getaway. They just reskin the transformation of the War for Cybertron Siege Shockwave and just make it smooth and more G1-y? Question mark? Maybe that's how you do it. Mr. White says Orbulus did have an alt mode. Oh, Orbulus, an alt mode in the movie, but it's not very recognizable. Oh, okay. So maybe they are building off that. Oh, that'd be interesting. Sorry, I meant my mistake. The character model of Orbulus had an alt mode. Oh, okay. I didn't think we saw it in the movie, but that's a fair point. Maybe they're looking at the character model sheet, which I suppose you're suggesting here, to make or to give him an alt mode. I think we have seen that before with a figure, but I can't remember who. DevCon, right? I think that's what they tried to do for DevCon, somewhat. Also in the Voyagers, we have Transformers 1 Alphatron. So I was right. The weird lion dude is getting a toy. Hopefully it will be a good lion toy. We haven't had many good ones, so I wouldn't hold your breath, but maybe they'll do a better job on this than see Leo Convoy. Not that Leo Convoy was bad. He was just kind of meh, I would say. Leader-wise, we have the LDR Soundwave Studio Series. Again, Sad Brain says it's going to be that pissing figure like a 900th time at this point. Christ, I hope not. Then we got Studio Series 86 Astro Train. Again, Sad Brain says it's going to be the Siege mold. Again, just kind of touched up and tidied up, which I wouldn't recommend, but it's probably going to be the case. 86 Snarl. Have we had him yet? No, we've just had the rumors, right? Yes. I don't know. Then Transformers 5 Nemesis Prime. So it'll be the Optimus Prime mold that we've from Transformers 5 that I'm sure we've seen. And then it's just going to be black, obviously. So nothing crazy there. Studio Series 86 30th Anniversary Capsule. Whatever that means. And then it has Transformers 86 Anniversary Deluxe Hound. Ooh, that would be annoying. What if this is the 5-pack figure? The Earthrise figure that they've just farted out again just as a single figure. That would annoy people. Oh, yeah, these are reissues, aren't they? The capsule ones are the reissues, right? Ooh. Ooh, that would be annoying. Oh, no. 86 Snarl is out. Oh, thank you, Jay. So I guess this is a re-release, I guess, for Studio Series? I doubt they'll do anything to it. Voyager Scourge. 86th Anniversary Voyager Scourge. That just must be Scourge, right? Like our boy from the movie Scourge. Not like a Black Optimus Prime one would imagine. So there's probably oh, yeah, these are the... capsules are all re-releases. Ooh, re-release of the Hot Rod figure. Hey, I'll get that. That fucking Hot Rod figure's stupidly expensive. Stupid expensive. An LDR Optimus Prime, so I guess that's just the figure I bought recently, which is fine. That figure sold out pretty hardcore, I think. So putting it out again, because it's Optimus Prime, fine. Yeah, I think the deluxe hound is going to be the 5-pack hound, which people spend a lot of money on that 5-pack because they only wanted the hound figure. So this sounds like a way for them to get that figure. No, throw it out there. The hound figure's pretty crap. It's pretty bad. It's pretty poo. I'm glad I didn't get that 5-pack for that figure specifically. I got it because I wanted everything in that set. Everything. So it was worthwhile for me. But there you go. There's some interesting ones. Multiple figures that I'm like frowny faced, like, oh boy, that's probably not going to be a new mold, right? I hope it is. Because if we had a new mold of Shockwave, that'd be great. A new mold of Thundercracker or Skywarp, that'd be great. I just don't see it. I just don't see a new mold for Astro Train. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I like it though. And a brand new mold for Soundwave? Ooh, that'd be nice. I just don't see it. I just don't. Maybe though. Maybe though. Age of the Primes. We also got some full, thick, girthy, veiny listings for Age of the Primes as well. Again, from JT Prime 17, who I think we have to assume at this point just lives in the rafters of the Hasbro headquarters, I assume. Axel Hedge says, so is Commander 86 Optimus Prime without the trailer. Oh, Axel Hedge. No. I did list it as a leader, didn't it? No, it didn't. It listed it as a capsule figure. I don't think it listed it specifically as leader. I think it just listed it as a capsule Optimus Prime, which would mean it was just the Commander class figure coming out. I would assume. Let's find the story again because I did close it. Let's find it again just to have a little bimbly flimbles and just check. Right, that's a good idea. But I'm pretty sure it just said capsule figure. Oops. Capsule Anniversary LDR Optimus Prime. Yeah, it doesn't say it's a leader. Well, this I suppose is leader, isn't it? But maybe they mean commander. I don't know. If it is just the Optimus Prime without the trailer, I could imagine that would upset people as well, potentially. Because I would have bought the figure without the trailer if it could have saved me money. Definitely. I'm not sure. I think it'll just be a re-release of the Optimus Prime Commander class figure, to be honest. Don't know. Okay, so deluxe-wise for Age of the Primes, they have Quintus Prime. I don't remember. I mean, it's another Prime. Whatever. Sure Shot. Okay, so we are. Oh yeah, technically Sure Shot is the last of the Autobot Target Masters they haven't done. Granted, the first one they did, the blue one, was in Siege and was a retool of Ironhide and was not very good and didn't really look like him. The next one was, I can't remember the Autobot Target Masters because they're all shit. The last one we got was pretty badly received, I remember. No one liked that figure. Everyone said it was a bad mold. So will Sure Shot be a good figure? Will he be poo? Because if he's the best of the three, that'll be really depressing for them, I would say. Especially with how good, well, in my opinion, the Decepticon Target Masters were when they came out for Titan's Return. They're still really good figures, I think. They also said Blast Off. No surprise, we already know we're getting a Bruticussy. Deluxe Quick Strike. That's pretty neat. I look forward to seeing that. Granted, for better or for worse, he won't be translucent. So I'm not sure. Like, because they're going to mold him in a flat caramel color, aren't they? Because the original toy for Quick Strike, for some reason, they decided to say, fuck it. Mostly translucent? Yeah, mostly translucent. What could go wrong? To be fair, it's been fine. But they're not going to paint it up gold. They're not going to make it nice and shiny looking. So it's going to be flat caramel, yellow honey. I don't think we've ever seen Hasbro do a yellow honey kind of color for their plastic injection molding. But maybe they do. Might look a bit weird, but that's cool. I'll be interested in a Quick Strike. It'd be pretty big as well for a deluxe one compared to the original one, who was a basic figure. So that's neat. XLHead says they still need to do the Autobot Double Target Masters. True. Quick Mix. Scoop. Well, they've done Scoop. They did Scoop many years ago at this point now, but they have done a Scoop. A long time ago, though. They haven't done Landfill and Quick Mix. You know, the exciting ones. The ones everybody likes. The only reason they did fucking Scoop was because he was in IDW, to be fair. Smokescreen, Deluxe Smokescreen. So, are we assuming that's just Earthrise Prowl? Perhaps? Maybe? Or is it going to be a new Datsun mold? It's probably not going to be a new Datsun mold, right? It's probably going to just be the Prowl mold again. Again, because that's mold been rung through the milker quite a few times. Deluxe Power Glide, that'll be new, as far as I'm aware. When was the last Power Glide we got? That had to be a while ago, right? And it'll be in line and in scale now with the rest of the... Well, they're not mini bots anymore, but what were the mini bots? So that's neat. I'd be interested to see a Power Glide. I wouldn't want to buy it because I don't really care about Power Glide. Stinking Autobot, but, you know, he was in that famous episode with Astoria. That wasn't fucking embarrassing for Megatron at all. Classic season 2. Deluxe Swerve, which I assume is just going to be... It's either going to be just a straight retool of Gears, or it's going to be a retooled version of Gears in some aspect, right? One of the two. Because I think when people see Swerve, I think most people will go, oh, IDW Swerve. And it's like, well, maybe. But maybe just G1 Swerve, which was just a repaint of Gears, if I remember correctly. So... If they're smart, they'll do at least some minor retooling to make it look IDW-ish, I think. I think that would be the best bet. Animated Ratchet, I have no fucking hope for. Every animated, quote-unquote, inspired figure they've done so far has been anus, at least in my opinion. I think the molds have not been bad, but in terms of representation of the animated brand, they have been anus. But they might be good molds. I can concede that they might be good molds, but again... representation for the brand, for the Prime brand or that brand, anus. Then we have Prime Cliff Jumper, so again, probably anus. It will probably be a retool or a... Oh, it could be... Do you remember Chase? Rescue Bots Chase? Could it be that? It could be. I could see them doing that potentially. Maybe. Either way, I don't have much hope for it. There you go. XL Head says, now where's Rampage and Depth Charge? Well, they're coming. Unfortunately, they've only got so many slots for Voyagers / leaders. And I think they're filling those up with other people at the moment. They're filling those up with Primes, and the Primes, I should say. And they're filling up with, clearly Bruticus parts as well for this kind of announcement. I said that. Okay, so Voyagers. We've got Amalgamous Prime, Androgynous Prime, everyone's favorite. Again, I can't remember who these ones are, so I don't particularly care. Voyager Brawl. Makes sense. It's another piece. How many pieces will this be? So, Vortex will have been out at this point. Blastoff will be out now, with these reveals. Brawl's coming out. So they haven't announced Swindle yet, but Swindle obviously will have to be a Voyager as well, because he's going to be a leg. So there you go. It's just not announced yet, so it'll be a future one later on. We've got animated Rekgar. How would they do that? I'm thinking like, who would they butcher to try and force to be a animated Rekgar? Are they just going to dump the idea of a garbage truck? Because you have to retool a decent amount to make a garbage truck, right? You would think. I would think. It'd be interesting to see, again. Animated Rekgar, not my favorite design from the show, but, I don't have much hope for it, but interesting to see. Armada Sideways, that's going to be pretty interesting. Especially for the fact that they're making him a Voyager, because he was deluxe. He's a bike. And if he's a bike, but a Voyager bike, he's going to have to come with his Minicon Micromaster partner, right? He's going to have to. So I'm guessing, because he's at the Voyager price point, are they going to do him at deluxe scale? Maybe a little bit bigger, but going to have him come with his Micron partner and then have them both form the different heads. Because that could be quite cool. And mostly the Armada toys have had like a decent like look in. I think Wheeljack is kind of a poo example though, because he was just a retool of the Sideswipe mold again, which is kind of disappointing. Understandable, but still kind of fucking disappointing, to be honest. I don't think we have a bike former at Voyager scale who they could just pawn this off onto. Hopefully animated Wreck-Gar can ride 86 Wreck-Gar. Oh, that'd be fun. Actually, could... no. I was like, could they retool 86 Wreck-Gar somehow? Use the basic bones of the of the transformation to make him into Sideways? I don't think they could. I think they'd need to do a lot with that mold to make it into Armada Sideways. You never know, I suppose. Excel also says, I still want animated Leader Megatron. Yeah, well. I wouldn't hold your breath for a... They could do it, because it's a Megatron. It could happen. It should happen, because that's a very good, unique design. And it's still G1-y enough to kind of justify to Hasbro that they should be able to do it. And then the last one is Nexus Prime. If I remember, Nexus Prime is the name of an adult toy, or was the name of an adult toy. At one point, it was a joke many years ago, because I'm sure Nexus Prime was used as a collector's club figure name, and everybody made the adult toy jokes for obvious reasons. Leader-wise, we have LDR Big Convoy. Ooh, not Commander though. Leader. Magmatron laughs. To be fair, though, because of how Hasbro's working at the moment, which is we'll just make the original toy with more joints, and Big Convoy is a massive fucking shell former, really fiddly fucking shell former, they might just make him a fucking giant fiddly shell former again. So I guess you don't need to worry too much about having to make him transform desperately well if you're just going to copy the original toy. So something to think about. And then we've got Universe Razorclaw. Universe Razorclaw? Universe Razorclaw. That... I don't think that would mean... I'd be surprised if that meant Predaking. Because that would be weird to not be able to complete Bruticus first and then move on to Menasor. So I would imagine that has to be something else, surely. Commander Onslaught. Okay, unless Swindle hasn't came out by this point and I just hadn't noticed. Maybe it's an earlier Voyager release, and then this announcement, like, here's the rest of Bruticus for you. Boom. All Bruticus done. Cool. Rock and roll. And then they've also got for selects, they've got Tran Gen Selects 2... Generation 2 Swoop and Sludge. So I guess they're doing that as a Leader 2-pack. That's going to be expensive. In G2 colors, they didn't have really fancy, sexy G2 colors, if I remember. I could be wrong. Not like a G2 yellow tiger stripes Grimlock is what I mean. But that's going to be that figure. Or figure set, I suppose. Fair enough. Excelhead says, we better be getting Nemesis Prime from this upcoming Big Convoy. Because there's a couple of... Because technically there's two versions of Big Convoy. Right? There's the Universe version, which I think is probably the one that you mean when you say Nemesis Prime, compared to the Japanese Black Big Convoy, which is just... black version of Big Convoy, which isn't nearly as good. If it is the Universe version of Nemesis Prime, that would be pretty sick. As long as they did that color scheme instead of being lame and lazy. Razorclaw is the... Oh, of course. Bleh. I'm stupid. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. Universe Razorclaw. Yes, it's the repaint of Tigerhawk. Good call. Thank you, Exelhead. Yeah, that 100% makes sense. Because we haven't had the Tigerhawk repaint yet. So we're going to get Tigerhawk into the Razor Claw colors, which are actually pretty good, to be fair. So that's kind of neat. Black and purple. Never can go wrong with that. So that's okay. That's neat. I'm interested to see the animated figures. You know, I'm not hopeful for them, but I'm interested. Armada Sideways is probably the figure I'm most interested in out of all these, because I want to see, like, is it deluxe scale? Is it Voyager scale? Like, how do they make his head gimmick work? You know, does he come with a mini con or not? I don't know. That's interesting. If he did come with a mini con, I think he'd be the only. Yeah, he'd be the only Armada figure that came, like, normal release, store release, that would come with its minicon. All the other ones have had their minicons, like, bottled off to exclusive so far, which granted isn't many, it's like 2. You know what I mean? It's interesting to think about. And then we also had the big convoy thing here, which I already talked about. Next bit of news is Skybound's Transformers Compendium starter, set Kickstarter, first look. So, this is a thing that I can't talk. Lovingly bound in gorgeous faux leather, not real leather. I love myself real leather, because when you stroke real leather, you can feel the soul seeping out of it. Why I like my books bound in human flesh as well. It's the best kind. Each Transformers Compendium is between 950 pages and 1,200 pages. Long time and new time fans like Mr. White alike can expect to relive the classic stories that started it all for Robots in Disguise in editions that will not be available anywhere else. Is this the Marvel run? Fans can enjoy 8 total books, including 2 US and 2 UK compendium sets. The exclusive Transformers Till All Are One Definitive Edition box set, which intercuts... it is the Marvel stuff. The US and the UK runs into a most seamless and comprehensive reading experience. The most comprehensive and seamless and comprehensive reading experience yet. The edition houses the complete run of hardcovers in the deluxe collector's box with new art from current Transformers series cover artist and comic megastar Darren Warren Johnson. Choose your side. Choose your side? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, okay, you can choose between an Autobot or Decepticon editions, or both, if you just want to set your money on fire, I suppose. Click to register. Let's just go over to the Kickstarter. Is this the Kickstarter? I guess it is. Oh! Okay, well, let's have a look at the video. Does it actually say stuff? We'll play the video. Shush! No more screaming. Every issue of the comic, and every story from the iconic UK comic book series, in 4 premium hardback collections, delivering the ultimate Transformers experience. Transformers, the compendium set. They don't show anything, so I'm guessing they don't have physical versions of these things. They've got 1 image so far. I'm trying to think, like, 1,200 pages. How... Is that too big? That might be too big for a book to read comfortably, right? Like, you're going to rest these on your legs, and then your legs are going to... Like, you couldn't take one of these on the train with you for a bit of a read. And, like, you know, you can't give these to a child because their legs will snap. So... Mr. White says, so it's the entire UK print, which already included the US run. Oh, did it? But Mr. White, did this include all of the US run and all of the UK run? And was it the most seamless and comprehensive reading experience yet? This is the most comprehensive reading experience yet, Mr. White. That's what you don't understand. It's the most and the most seamless. I don't know how they've done this, but it is, and you just need to accept it. So it's starting. Can we click on Kickstarter? It's started. So if you want to do the Kickstarter, you need to click somewhere. Check the attached image to register for updates. If it says it's started, then why can't you just click on a link to take me to the Kickstarter? Well, I'm not going to bloody look for it. Fuck that. All right, last bit of news, peoply peoples. For Toronto, July the 11th to the 13th, we got Neil Ross, voice of many characters such as Bone Crusher, Hook, Six Shot, Slag, Point Blank, all those boys, and Springer Law. He'll be going to the Toronto TF Con if you want to head over there and see him and say high five. See him get a high five and say hi. That's the one. You can do. And if you happen to be in the UK and want to head down to Nottingham to Warhammer World this weekend being, let me check because I don't know the dates. This weekend being the 12th of this week being April the 12th, I and a few other people from the Fluff and Hammer will be down at Warhammer World if you want to come on by, if you live in or around the Nottingham area. I think it's Saturday. Mr. White will probably tell me, no, it's Friday that we're going down, but I think it's the Saturday that we're going to be there. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'll be there. We'll be having some fun, games, hanging out, talking about Warhammer and all that jazz, all the good stuff. Mr. White says Saturday, so I was right. Yay! Okay, I wasn't stupid. That was the 19th. Okay, so that's all of the news then for this week. Simon, if I remember, said he wanted me to talk about the tariffs and what I think it will happen in the near future in terms and future terms. So I am I don't know a huge amount about the tariffs. Obviously, I know that's it's for like importing goods and all that kind of stuff. So I imagine prices will go up in some aspect, in some way. Oh, hang on, Facepalm, Andy, the Kickstarter starts on the 8th. Today is the 6th. Yeah, that's basically today. By the time this goes out, it'll be tomorrow that it starts. Hey, leave me alone. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. But yeah, in terms of tariffs, I would expect some sort of price increase. Because where are the figures getting made? The figures, I think, are... Wait, hang on, I've got a figure in... Yeah, let's grab the Optimus Prime. Where's your little... slut marks to say where you're from, Optimus? There's your register number, but it doesn't say where you were made. Where were you made? Was it Taiwan? Where are the toys getting primarily made? Are them being made in Vietnam? Okay. Is it primarily Vietnam? Because if they're not in China, if they're not being made directly in China, it won't be as bad. Because obviously China's been hit with bigger tariffs, if I remember. I can't remember how much Vietnam's been hit by. I think I might have heard that Vietnam is dropping the tariffs on USA stuff. So I don't know if that means that the US will drop the tariffs on Vietnam stuff. Yes, Vietnam is 46%. Oh, okay. That's how much the tariff's going to be on Vietnam. Didn't Vietnam say they're going to be dropping the tariffs on America? Because they have a tariff. Like most countries have tariffs on American products, as far as I'm aware. Like most countries do tariffs in some form or another, so America doing it will affect us, certainly. But Mr. White says, as long as we are not importing from the States, then it's fine. Yes. I know America's going to get screwed over a little bit more by GW, because GW, I guess, will be going up 10%, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, 10% for GW products is just what they do yearly, seemingly. So America will just be a year ahead of the rest of us, or a year ahead of where they would have been normally. Will it affect the UK? I don't know, to be honest. I imagine it probably will. I wouldn't be shocked if prices just go up in general. Just because the UK is kind of doing rough at the moment. Prices set in the US. Isn't that more prices of set in the US for the US? And then like the marketing team will, I guess they'll set the prices for the other countries as well. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Well, no, because if they're doing tariffs, then the prices will be different because it's like in Australia, right? Transformers have a higher mark value than in Australia than they do in other parts of the world, right? It won't affect price. Mr. White says it won't affect prices in the UK due to the way the tariffs work. Oh, well, there you go. So that shouldn't be too bad for us at the very least. So that's good. You know, like I say, everybody tariffs each other anyway, so it's one of those things where I go, eh. If it means, well, you got to remember, I don't buy Transformers at the full price anyway, so it wouldn't really affect me too much because I just wait for sales. And I'm at that stage where if I just can't get it cheap, I just go no and just will miss out on a thing. He says, looking at GW items on his table. Tee-hee-hee. Mr. White says, another thing to discuss during the weekend. GW prices, you mean? Yeah, maybe. Excel Hess says, someone save my wallet, from the idiotic orange man. I mean, as far as I know, he's doing stuff to help your country, but, you know, it's not for me to comment on American politics, because it's not my country. So what point... I don't really have the right to comment on it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll definitely, me and Mr. White, and I'm sure other people will be talking about GW. Well, of course we'll be talking about GW stuff. We'll be at Warhammer World. We'll be talking about that stuff. Why not? I don't think anybody's taking anything down. You said you're not going to be taking a camera down, didn't you, Mr. White? I will take a camera. I'll need to try and figure out how to use, because I haven't really used my Sony camera too much since I bought it, so I'll need to, it's a good excuse to take it out into the world and actually do some filming as well, and it means I can do something, like, productive while I'm down there. Monetize. I can put a video up of me going to Warhammer World. Simon says, I have a feeling Hasbro will make fewer figures with less quality. People can only pay so much. True. He's not helping. If you say so. If you say so, Axel Hedge. Like I say, it's not my place to comment on other people's politics. Mr. White says, I'm not taking anything down. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna be making I'm gonna be getting some video footage and getting that stuff together. He's not. Okay. If you say so. Other people I'm sure would disagree with that, so it's one of them things. Everybody has a different opinion on politics, for better or for worse. That's how it goes with the internet. I think that's it in terms of Transformers news, unless you had anything else you wanted to ask me Transformers-wise. I do have 2 Transformers figures coming from Japan-land, but who knows how long those will take to get here. I don't even know if they've actually shipped them off. Have they shipped them off? Let's have a quick check. I want to know if my Amis have been ordered or not. Shipping notification. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Studio Series Prime and Dino King have been sent. Yay! Happy times. I'm glad about that. I'll need to wait for them to come through. I think Big D said he had his, what's it called? DNA upgrade kit for Dino King has been posted, but I don't think, or at least it's been asked for payment. I don't think mine has. I don't think it has. Other things I've been up to this week, I decided to be very silly and decided to buy the Tomb King's The Old World starter box because I bought a Necro Sphinx as well. So I've been building and painting and painting and building. I haven't finished the Necro Sphinx at all, but I heard it. I wanted to get it because it looked nice, and I liked it compared to the 3D printed stuff that I'd seen so far. So I was like, well, I like the way that this one looks, so why not get that? I haven't finished it back, and I've got an image of how it's coming so far. I'll throw that up on stream, why not? Boom. That's how much... I've actually done more than this so far. The head isn't glued in, the torso isn't glued, but the bottom body is mostly done now. I've actually painted in all of the stupid fucking triangles all over the lower torso and finished up all the skulls. This was done from a few days ago. Oh, fuck, look at that horrible line mark. Is that line still there in the pissing figure? Oh, it is! No! Oh, well, I can't do anything about that. That's annoying. But yeah, there's more of this that's been painted. I've got it in my hand, and I'm going, yeah, I've done more than that. I still haven't. That's right. I've still done all the tail. I've still got lots to do on it. But like I say, I've got the Tomb King starter box, which is, oh fuck, hang on. How much is in the box? No, it's smart. It's smart if I just find an image of the box, and you can have a look at it, because it's a lot of. I've been spending most of the last couple of days building Skelly Bobs. Tomb King's box set. That's not how you spell box set. That says Skeleton Warriors box set. All right, images. That will it just take me and show me straight away, like a good boy? Yeah, it takes me to a website, but that's good. Okay, so it comes with the rule book, which is something I was after. Comes with 8 normal horses, 8 archer horses. What's this? What was this? Let's check the book. 16, 30, 32 archers, 40 spearmen, 1 tomb prince on the floor on his own, if you want to build it that way, and 1 high priest hierophant on a bone dragon. I didn't spend GW prices for about. I just thought, hey, why not? It also comes with a few markers and dice and all that kind of shit. So I've been spending the day building those. I sprayed a few things as well, but my white rattle can is now ran out. Fantastic. I was spraying halfway through a skeleton horse, and it just went. And I was like, no, not now. Not while I'm half spraying. And then I pulled out my clown wig and put it on my clown head and put on my clown makeup, and then went, well, I guess I'm done painting for today for spraying. So then I went back to building the rest of the skeletons, which I've still got a fuck ton to do. Still got loads to build. That's what I'll be doing once I finish the stream tonight. I'll be going back to building and doing the dishes to a lesser, more boring extent. What else have I been up to? Have I watched anything of significance? I don't think I have. Oh, I got Yes Minister, old British TV series, kind of satirizing how the government works. It feels like the satirization comedy in there still carries through till today, which is kind of funny. It's very light. It's not like a Blackadder series where it's like constant laughing. I would say it's more like for me, it's more like a Vicar of Dibley, where you're like, oh yeah, this is quite funny. Yes, oh yes. It's not like I'm shitting my pants in bed with laughter. Mr. White says, a worrying relevant series. It is, yes. Civil servants, they are certainly a thing. So it seems. The ones that run the country, civil servants. At least that's how it's portrayed in Yes Minister. It came in a 2-pack, so it's Yes Minister and Yes Prime Minister. Yeah, it's interesting enough. I like watching it. It's nice as well to look at it and go, wow, this is very, very much a product of the early 80s, late 70s. The first time you see the minister's home, everything's brown. And I was like, oh God, yeah. That's what the 70s homes were like. Brown. Everything was in brown and beige decor. What an awful time. Now now it's 2025. We've moved from brown and beige to gray. Every like designer home is now like gray or white. I'm not sure if that's an improvement over brown and beige, but it's certainly another choice at the very least. But yeah, Yes Minister, it's been enjoyable so far. It's not crazy. But it's very British. It's probably cheap as piss to make as well, because they only had like 3 reoccurring actors. They only had like 3 main dudes, and that was about it. So it's very light on cast, which I'm sure would have cut down and stuff. You wouldn't get a show like that today either. Not like that today. Mr. White says, I can confirm that everything was indeed brown. By the 80s, it went to oh, okay. Magnolia, then white, then warm white, and now gray. I've never liked that. The design, the way things are designed. I guess gray is maybe more preferable than those things. I guess. I don't know. I ain't a design interior person, though I look around and think I have to redesign this place at some point in the not too distant future. But hey ho. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, just food. I've been picking up food. Went to a band like rehearsal thing in a church on Tuesday, which was quite nice. People I know did a good job in there, so it was pretty interesting. They had a children's choir who was apparently they won a competition of being the best in the country or something like that. And I listened to them and then, yeah, these little kids aren't bad. They can sing, I suppose. Couldn't really hear what they were singing perfectly clear because of the echoiness of a church, but it was quite nice. It was nice to get out and do something. But that's where we'll wrap it up. Next week, unless something happens, me and Big D will be back to talk about the rest of the Beast Hunters toy line. I'm finishing that off, I suppose. But I'll have to wait and see until then. Thank you, everybody, for coming on by. If you want to find me, I'm on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube as Decade Andy, where I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds at the moment. Theoretically, I am playing Hitman World, but we haven't played that for a while. And Repo, if we can get me, Daddy, and Jubal, and sometimes, well, the one time so far, Mr. Jason together. I'd like to get all four of us to play Repo at some point. That could be fun. And I'm sure Jubal wouldn't try and kill us all. I'm sure Jubal would only be there to help. You can also join us on the Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, Twitch, iTunes, Libsyn, YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. If you want to join us live on Twitch and YouTube, you can at 9:30 in the evening on a Sunday. And we're also on the ccbunker.weebly.com if you want to come and find us that way. Woo! Right. Thank you, everybody, for coming on by. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you guys next week. And like I say, it'll either be dependent. I assume it'll probably be me and Jason. But you never know. Something crazy might happen in the world of Transformers. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.